What's good, y'all? We continue with our comic book character origins, getting ready for that new Venom movie. I'm gonna do a character origin for the character Carnage, just in case he's in that movie or have a cameo. Carnage is a spawn of the symbiote, the same symbiote that infected Venom, the character in the black costume. So to know about Carnage, you got to understand those symbiotes. Those symbiotes that affect people, they're from a different planet. They're alive, they're beings. So when they get here and they take over a host, they give the host abilities. And also, once a year, those symbiotes reproduce and duplicate. So knowing that, we'll get into the story of Cletus Cassidy, who eventually became Carnage. As a kid, Cletus Cassidy was what you can call a psychopath. He killed his grandmother. He attempted to kill his mother by pushing her down a flight of stairs, and then he killed his mother's dog right in front of her. From that, he was sent to an orphanage where he felt like the kids teased him. So because of that, he pushed a girl in front of a bus, killing her. Then he went and killed his teacher, and then he went and burned the whole orphanage down, killing everybody inside, and he escaped and ran away. Yeah. Later on in life, as I guess in his early 20s, he became a serial killer. I guess he could have seen that coming. He killed over 20 people, and then he got locked up. Now, while he was in prison, he went exactly to the same prison and the same cell as Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock is the character Venom. Now, at this time, Eddie Brock didn't have his symbiote attached to him, so he wasn't in the Venom costume. He was just his normal human self. After a little bit of time went by, Eddie Brock eventually got his symbiote back and turned into Venom, and then he left. He escaped prison. But before that, the symbiote had duplicated and left the spawn in the cell, and that spawn attached itself to Cletus Cassidy and thus created Carnage. Carnage escaped prison and went on a killing spree, and how he got his name was after he killed a person, he would write on the wall in their blood, Carnage. So that's how he got his name. His abilities and powers are, he is basically stronger than Spider-Man and Venom put together. So yeah, his strength level is off the chart. He can shapeshift, he can web sling, he can cling and attach himself and climb up to any surface. He can basically make his arms and those webs that detach from him into axes and sharp knives and stab you. He can use those webs and attach to you and drain your life force out of you. So yeah, he has an amazing array of powers and abilities. I mean, too much to even get into. But just know he is a badass character and he kills a lot of people. Now, the creators of Carnage said they based his character off of Joker, the Cletus Cassidy version, because of the way he kills and acts all crazy. And if you look at his eyes in some of the pictures, you can tell that's the inspiration they chose to go with. So yeah, he's based off the Joker, but he's not in the DC, he's a Marvel character. His arch rivals are Spider-Man and Venom. They both team up to try to fight him sometimes. Sometimes they win and they're able to get the symbiote off of Cletus Cassidy, but sometimes if they're one-on-one, he would simply overpower him. Now, the symbiote that attached itself to Carnage eventually duplicated and produced another spawn, and that spawn was called Toxin. Now, Toxin is stronger than Venom, Carnage, or Spider-Man, any of them. Toxin is the strongest. But yeah, that's a whole different story. But anyway, that is a brief character background of Cletus Cassidy, better known as Carnage. He might be in that new Venom movie with Tom Hardy. You never know, just in case. But anyway, y'all, I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a little something about Carnage. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And I'll catch your ass out there in the universe. Peace.